in.
Hello, everybody. Let me bring love on into the party. How's everybody doing? Are y'all ready for this review? Cause baby,
Woo!
I got some things to say. Chase, love, how are y'all doing today?
Ready for a riot, baby. Ready for a riot.
Yes, like gosh. So, Chase, love, just want to let y'all know we have a new producer today backstage. Sammy is behind the scenes learning how to do the stuff.
I quit.
Chase, come back here.
We lost one.
No, Chase is here, baby. So with that, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. So that you can be in the know. Make sure you like and share this video. And we're just gonna get started here. So it opens up with Sutton on her blind date with Sal. Sal seems to be a gentleman. He pulls her chair out for her. He appears to be distinguished, handsome, and has a somewhat nice smile. They start exchanging their pleasantries, and baby, he says that he sweats like a madman, and Sutton makes a face but said, a little sweat never hurt nobody. But as the conversation keeps going, he brings up his mother a lot. And Sutton says, baby, once she heard that story about him and his mom going to Vegas and they ended up at a topless variety show together, she was through. She says, baby, too many mother stories are a red flag for her. She says Sal is not the right man for her, but she is making progress. Anything on this quick scene?
I just want Sutton to just walk into what it is that she is born to be, and that's a woman who pays for hot guys. Go ahead. Just pay for your man, buy him everything, swap Chauncey out for Sterling in another 6 months. Just give that, get banged really good, spend some of that allowance you have, and leave me alone, because these dates, they're not, they make me not want to go on a date. They're that bad.
Listen, love, any thoughts?
I'm with Chase. It's like it was cute at first, but now
I hope she finds what she needs, though, honestly.
But it's out there. It's out there for sure.
But
it's easier for her because she got the coin.
But sometimes that makes it harder.
Does it?
Sometimes it does. Because you don't know who's genuine and who's not, and because you have so many things that can fill your life in other areas that you end up sometimes just having little momentary things that can, take away your loneliness. True. But I'm with her on this one.
Oh yeah, no, he's a no man.
Oh no,
when it comes to him specifically, I'm with her. I want someone to love their mother and all that. I'm here for it. I love my mama too. But she's on the first date, she's not going to be the only topic of our conversation. It's just not.
Absolutely not.
Danny, we're not going to spend. I know we're not going to spend too much time on this, but Sean, I'm sorry. Sutton is too picky. We're not settling in 2024 or the rest of 2023. That's all I'm going to say, to be nice. Go ahead.
All right. Well, no, that's it. We are going to move on because this next scene was kind of funny to me. Kyle is at her house and Anne-Marie comes by to see her. It's funny to me that the dog tried to bite her. And I guess it's true that dogs can tell when someone's not a good person. And then, Dorit also arrives. And I must say that charcuterie spread that Kyle had out was fabulous. And they get to talking about, they don't waste no time. They get to talking about the other night right away, with the esophagus and all this stuff. And Anne-Marie says, I didn't say anything wrong. And, Dorit says that it never made sense to any of them either, because one minute she has to eat her food like baby food, and the next minute she's eating a piece of bacon. Anne-Marie says, she don't know Sutton much, but from what she's seen already, that anytime somebody's getting ready to expose Sutton or something about her, she loses her shit and goes mad. Kyle begins sharing information to the girls about some stuff that's going on in her life, and Dorit was like, well, where's Like, why didn't I hear about this? Aren't we friends? Why don't I know? Well, by the way, do you have more tattoos? And Kyle says, yes, actually, I do. One more, and Dorit seems to be even more flabbergasted, if that's possible. And then Kyle breaks down the story of her putting her initial on Morgan's arm. And, Dorit flat out asks, what is going on, Kyle? We have been friends for 7 years, but I don't see you with the letter D on your arm. So, Love, what were your thoughts on this scene?
I chuckled a little bit inside because I think it's fun witnessing Dorit realize that Kyle doesn't value her friendship. So for me, I enjoy the moments of her being like, well, I didn't know, I wasn't invited. Oh, because she's not your friend, Dorit. Not like that. You're not bosom buddies with her this season. You got replaced. So to watch the replacement reaction of it is a key. I don't know if I really like Anne Marie. I don't know. She's
Oh, I
clicking, but
already know
she's
I don't.
clicking down for me. I don't know. I just there's something about, I don't know if it's just sometimes when there's a housewife that comes in that just automatically like sides with like whatever that person says that brings them in, like no matter, like no open mindedness to the housewife. It kind of like makes like the roof of my mouth itch, and she's giving me that energy of like it doesn't matter, she's not getting to really know anybody like that. It's just, well, if these are Kyle's ops, then they're my ops too automatically. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel, I'm not feeling her. But the scene, it's messy. I mean, Dorit is just getting slapped in the face with the reality of it's over for you guys. That's all I got.
Chase.
When it comes to Dorit and Kyle, that speaks to a larger situation that occurs in a lot of friendships when there's a changing of the guard or a new friend that comes in, or your friend, maybe your friend, but your friend has different groups of friends. And I think that what it does take is a level of maturity to understand that you are not that person's only friend, and that person um has the right to have autonomy to decide how they treat their friendships. Now, with that being said, you also have the right and the autonomy to decide whether or not you like where you're at in the friendship, right? So I think this is actually one of the more realistic storylines. However, Dorit has that what about me-ism, that it does not come off like she's necessarily concerned about losing her friend to someone else and missing the closeness. It's just about, well, why didn't you tell me? Well, why didn't you do this with me? Well, why didn't you inform me? Well, where about me? And those are the type of people who end up losing their friends. I can see why she does not tell you anything, because in Dorit's little bubble, which we'll get to, that raggedy ass bitch, Dorit,
Oh,
oh,
here we
It's
go.
okay. Hold it in. Hold it in. We almost there. We almost there. You got it. You got it.
Dorit Rodriguez needs to really take into account, is she a person that people would like to confide in? Does she allow her friends to speak and give them words edgewise? Is she supportive? Is she the type of person that you can go get a tattoo with and tattoo their name on them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? All of these answers are no. Is she allegedly licking Kyle Richards' box? No. So then you have to chop it up. As far as Anne Marie is concerned, honey, what
Thanks.
else is
Chop,
going on?
um,
chop.
Chase, I agree with you. Dorit really don't care that Kyle is close with um, Morgan. She just cares that Kyle is doing stuff with her that either has never experienced. You know what I mean? She just, like you said, she just feels left out. She don't give a damn. She just wants to be included. Um, as far as for Anne Marie, I'm not really going to say too much of her about her, because Tiffany Moon chewed her up left and right about the esophagus, and so have many other doctors online already, and said that they basically said that Anne Marie, the nurse, don't know what she's talking about.
And you know what, though? And you know what? There are nurses who know what they're talking about.
Yes, but this
But
one
she's not
doesn't
one of them. So we're not coming for nurses. There are
at
definitely
all
people
because
who are
my aunt's a
qualified.
nurse. At all because
But
my aunt is a
she,
nurse. I'm just saying that because she
Now,
has labeled herself something else. So I was clarifying what she really is.
and you know what it also strikes me as odd regarding that? When someone starts off a sentence about giving you advice, I'm not sure, I don't know. Well, then if you're not sure and you don't know, shut your mouth.
And Sutton
facts,
actually,
facts.
I know we mentioned last week, but Sutton still talked. Sutton entertained her for way too long in that conversation, anyways, because she wouldn't have gotten 2 seconds from me. Because
Yeah,
bitch,
could
I
have
don't
been
know you.
shut.
I mean,
Open
lady, I
and
don't know
closed
you.
case.
Hey y'all, let me
Um,
ask y'all a question.
mhm.
Production in the background, if you can hear me, if you could go ahead and look this young lady's name out. The people in the group chat, if y'all could look this lady's name up. If anybody up here with me knows who this young lady's name is. But every time I look at Anne Marie, I am automatically transported back to Tyler Perry's uh family reunion, Medea's family reunion. You're gonna tell her. That's what she looks like. I think her
I
name
know
is Lisa
exactly what she is.
something.
No, Marie, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. I know exactly what you're talking about. She had that wig on. I know exactly.
No, not the play. Not Medea's family, the movie. Remember,
The
Oh,
movie.
Lynn Whitfield was their mother, and she was riding the bus, and she was trying not to get with the man, but she liked the man, and she finally gave in, and then she made her big
oh,
sister tell her
I don't
mama
know
about how they
who
was
touched.
M-worded. Yeah, how they were touched, and she said, and you're gonna tell her. That's what she reminds me of,
That's the way she says
facially,
but not as good an actor. Um,
um, and not strong enough either.
hello, but now we have Garcelle arriving to dinner to meet Erika, and Erika is very happy meeting up with Garcelle because she acknowledges that they were friendly, but that friendly relationship that they started quickly turned left, and it was mostly her fault. And I actually appreciated her finally acknowledging that. Erica also begins talking to Garcelle about her upcoming show, and she's proud of herself for taking a step in the right direction. But she's also not naive enough to believe that this is going to solve all her problems. Um, Garcelle tells her she has a friend coming, and Erica's like, "Who?" And Garcelle says, "Child, you will see." And Sutton shows up. Um, they start talking a little bit, and then Denise's name comes up. And Erica says that she needs to put Denise on her prayer list and that Denise needs to let go of these 4-year-old beefs. Um, Erica said all the public scrutiny she has been through recently has made her want to turn the page and move on from all these petty arguments. She didn't want to go there with Denise the last time they saw each other, but she is ready for whatever shows up at this Taco Tuesday. They sit, they have fun some more. Garcelle's probably had about 17 shots and 19 drinks. And it's actually nice to see all of them have fun. This was a nice, fun, lighthearted scene. Um, and then out of nowhere, Erica mentions that Denise Richards and her OnlyFans is only $7. And on that note, Garcelle says she thinks it's time to go home. Um, and then her driver came up, and Garcelle says, "Oh, the one you made out with." Um, and the look on Erica, playfully chimed in, but with that look on her face, you could tell she definitely filed that information at her bank. Um, so Chase, I asked you, what did you think about this thing?
I just thought it was fun, lighthearted. I felt like it was what girls do. They kick back, they hang 10. You might have a be in a group that you don't really rock with like that, but the drinks are flowing and we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Yes.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. I don't like you, girl, but tonight we're gonna kick it. And I'm okay with that. I actually think that Garcelle could be more of the glue than she allows herself to be, but when you have to work with people like Dorit Pina and Kyle Richards, it's quite understandable why she is not trying to glue those girls together. But she has a lot more power than she realizes because we had an enjoyable scene with her and Sutton kicking back, having cocktails with Erica Jane. So,
Mm-hmm. Love.
Well, first of all, can I just say this scene made me realize I'm black as hell because the moment she said naked bundles, I thought she was talking about hair.
I
I
did
was
too.
confused on the inches.
I
I
did
was
too.
like, "Ooh, Denise
Go
got some
naked
naked bundles
bundles,
on her
Portia.
OnlyFans."
Portia?
I was chased. I was like, "Wait, how many inches?" I was so thrown off. Then I realized what was happening. So I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry." I'm black. Hold on for a second. So I gathered myself together, realized she was talking about the scene. Absolutely adorable. It is good to have flashbacks and moments of Erika and Sutton were cool and they have a good time, but Sutton just doesn't let Erika get away with shit. That's the difference. So then whenever she comes at her with something that she wants to address, it becomes World War V. Outside of Sutton just being real with Erika, like, you did this, you lied, that's not what you said last time, they're great. Sutton's just never gonna let Erika just get away with shit. That's just what it is. But when everything is calmed down and now the spotlight's not on Erika right now, there's nothing for them to beef about. I could see them being completely cool by the end of the season.
I don't know about completely cool because all I see is that Erika knows how to be a different person when Kyle and Dorit are not around. That's all I see. I still don't trust Erika. True. I still don't trust Erika, and I want Garcelle to. I don't know if it was a genuine slip up or if it was Garcelle just producing a little bit, but be careful with what you say about your friend, like their information around other people that still are not part of the circle. Because as we see later, that comment is later fed on and starts the whole scene later on. So just be a little more careful, Garcelle. So now we see various scenes of the girls getting clammed up. Kyle FaceTimes Anne-Marie while she's in Hawaii, mentions that Denise and Erika are going to be there, and Anne-Marie makes a nice strong face. Sutton is getting her glam done. And, I was proud of Sutton. She was on Denise's OnlyFans, being a girl's girl and giving her $12. And she scrolls through and says, it's additional $7 to actually see the whole picture. And as she keeps scrolling, she sees a bit more than she wanted to. And she says, no, thank you. I'm not paying $7 for that. Whatever
that's not real support then. That's not real support. That's fake love. That's some fake love.
She already gave 12.
So, how much do you want me to give?
Yeah, she already gave 12.
Right.
So then Denise and Garcelle are in the limo headed to Taco Tuesday, and Garcelle says, well, you're going to see Erika. And Garcelle tells her what Erika mentioned to her. And she says it's only fair because she also told Erika how Denise was feeling and what it is that she was angry about. And then we have Dorit and Kyle in the car headed there as well. And it's like we still at the night before when they were together because she's still talking about the damn tattoo. And in her confessional, she says she feels the distance between her and Kyle. And Kyle in her own confessional says there's a reason for her distance. She got support from Dorit in private when it came to Kathy, but in public it was a different story. And that doesn't seem like what a friend is to her. And Dorit is left wondering where she fits in Kyle's life going forward. This is a short scene, but Chase, I see your face. I feel like you might have something to say here.
I'm not going to be long. Clarify for me. When Dorit tried to mediate between them at the last reunion, she told her to shut the F up and mind her Latina business. Huh? Am I missing that? Or did Kyle not tell her to mind her business?
That's exactly what happened.
So when Dorit said something about what Kathy wanted to see this, Kyle shut her down and said, stop it.
We don't even know where she was going. She didn't want to hear that. You don't know where she was going with her point. So because you did not allow her to make her point and you shut her down, you can't say that she didn't try to publicly support you when you do not know. You told her not to speak on it anymore. You told her you shut her down. So why would I continue to speak on something and you told me not to? You shut it down. Girl, bye, Kyle. Goodbye, Kyle.
I think she was upset that the first words out of Dorit's mouth was
pro Kathy.
Or pro Kathy instead of, I mean, honestly, we all know that whatever Dorit's first thought is 10 minutes later is still going to be on that. So I think Kyle knew to shut it down. So
goodbye, Kyle.
Love, you have anything here?
Yeah, I agree with Chase. There's nothing. First of all, Kyle, if that scene and that moment, unless there's a lot we don't see that we haven't seen, okay, that's fine. Maybe she was talking a lot of like support behind the scenes. Maybe there was more than one moment at the reunion where she was just like, I just think she needs to take more of the. Dorit's not going against you with Kathy. Her giving an opinion, or like Chase said, starting to give an opinion, but didn't even get it out, is not going against you. Your friends can hold you up to standards. They can correct you. They can be like, hey, you're tripping. Kyle wants undeniable blinded loyalty, which is hilarious because she doesn't give that for anybody. Not man, woman on that stage or in any scene has had a moment. Kyle versus Renna, or Kyle will switch up on a castmate real quick, like, well, Erika, that's not nice to say. So you're upset that Sutton gave you, or I'm sorry, that Dorit gave you a little bit of like, well, I think what she's trying to say is, Kyle, you do that to every single girl. So like, Kyle, goodbye. Bye. I don't even like Dorit, but when it comes to this Kyle and Dorit situation, Dorit didn't do nothing.
I'm sorry, love. Just so you know, me and Chase were laughing while you were talking. It was definitely not about you. It was about this comment that was just about Sean asking if Dorit is a Latina, because Chase keeps calling her Dorit Lopez, Dorit Rodriguez, and you'll see why later. You'll see why later, but that's why we were laughing.
Yes, we weren't.
It wasn't about you. I didn't want you to think that.
I know you don't think we were laughing about your girlfriends.
Don't laugh about me, goddammit.
So now we have Crystal and Rob, and they're in the kitchen. And Crystal cooked up a huge old piece of steak, baby. I think I don't know if that was a tomahawk but baby, it looked good.
It looked amazing.
It was nice and
I need a piece of steak real bad, Danny.
Yes. And people begin to arrive, and her friend Nia arrives. And I do want to point out that seeing Crystal in some nice, full, striking makeup was very refreshing. I like her in a full red lip. She just didn't look so, she's always very subtle. It was nice. It was nice seeing her give, full drama. And then more of her friends begin to arrive, and then so do Dorit and Kyle. And as Dorit looks around, she says she is surprised by how many friends Crystal has, because she knows that no matter how many are there, it's still that number minus 14 in an attempt to throw some shade. And then Garcelle and Denise arrive, and look like Denise has some trouble getting in the door, opening it. I don't know what. The bar, yes, Kyra, I say striking makeup because it's more than she normally ever has on. That red lip was striking compared to that, muted palette she wears. Then they go outside, and everybody's like, why are we out here? It's cold. Erika arrives, says, baby, I am cold and irritable. Why the hell are we outside? Then Dorit talks to Denise, trying to talk about what happened the other night. And, Denise tells her, I had a fever of 102 when I got home. You probably did. Your jacket was upside down, so you didn't get cut. You weren't kept warm.
Wait a minute. Can we? You brought up the jacket, so can I just? Because I wasn't here. I just want to say something about the jacket really quickly. I know everybody thought it was funny and it was cheeky, and Dorit was trying to help. I call BS. Okay, I call BS on Dorit Aguilar, because the reason why I call BS is, if you're trying to help me, as I'm trying to help you, darling, I'm trying to help you, BB, then tell me off camera, bitch. Go ahead. And that's why. Girl, go ahead. I'm finna lay her out tonight, baby.
But Dorit doesn't believe that she had a fever. Sutton arrives, and instantly Dorit turns into Joan Rivers and starts criticizing her fashion in the confession, And but as soon as I was reading Dorit for doing it, everybody else started saying the same thing about Sutton in their confession too, about her wearing a spring summer dress when it's cold outside. Then they convinced Crystal, let's go inside and eat because it's cold. Kim is there. It's nice to see her again. Sutton brings up Dorit trying to poach her manager, whatever his name was. I keep forgetting his name.
Avi.
And Dorit says, stop accusing me of stuff. And Sutton fires back, well, are you going to stop accusing me of putting vodka in my coffee? And I thought they were going to have a standoff, but they laughed it off. Anything here before we get into the nitty gritty?
Yes. Avi is not leaving Sutton for Dorit because he would actually like to cash a paycheck. Go ahead.
Oh.
Well, don't get the money, pay him.
And I feel
and you don't have to worry about fake robberies.
Of minorities, so that's not gonna work.
You don't have to worry about being asked to be the robber. Allegedly. I don't know. Hey,
I'm
baby, I
surprised.
know that you're here to be my assistant, but could you please go ahead and put on this mask and come and pretend to rob us allegedly? Here it
Since
is.
she mentioned nothing but
Allegedly.
since she mentioned that nothing but minorities, that she has minorities working for her, I'm surprised that they weren't named as by her as one of the culprits.
Move on,
Um,
because I'm gonna get mad. Move
Ooh,
on. Move on.
but
Move
all
right.
on.
right.
Move on.
And honest,
So
Danny, real quick on this
allegedly,
scene,
yes.
real quick on this scene, I see right through Kyle's BS bringing Kim around. I see right through it. All of a sudden, Kim is back, episode by episode. Girl, stop it. I just see right through it. I'm not falling for it at all.
Yeah, it was loaded, but I'm fine with it. I love Kim.
I
But
do
I get it. Yes, you're
too.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be filming though. If we're gonna talk about Kim really quick, let's not talk about the Kim.
Why not? She here, but we're just gonna, yeah.
If that
Well,
was, you heard that saying then when they say drunker than Cooter Brown,
yeah.
Cooter Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cooter Brown. Only
And
person
more,
drunker
and
than Kim is Denise, allegedly. Go ahead.
yeah, Denise is cooler and Kim is brown because they. Uh, and then so they continue talking, and Dorit mentions she heard they had a night out, and Erika says yes, and Sutton made out with her driver, to which Sutton looks pissed at first, but laughs about it and explains it's just a makeout session like they would do in Happy Days. Um, and Dorit starts chastising her for taking a sexy moment and turning it into the most unsexy thing as possible. Um, and we see Dorit and Garcelle talking, and his son takes the floor and tells him that she went to see her horse. She talked to him, and Kim says, "Shall I talk to my animals too?" I know you do, Kim. And Crystal's friend asks Sutton what happened in Vegas, and Sutton says, "Child, I just don't like seeing the legs spread wide open. This one and that one and his, I just didn't like it." And so it says, "Why do I even have to explain myself? Some people don't like mustard, and I'm not going to ask you why." Um, Garcelle, producing, as that's my girl, jumps in and asks Nia, "Well, how did you know about it?" And she said the girls mentioned it, and Nia was like, "I jokingly said, how could you be upset at Magic Mike's, the most wonderful place in the world?" So I said, "Well, it ain't Disneyland." Um, and I wasn't in the best headspace. And Dorit jumps in and says, "Girl, you had 51s in your hand. You were ready." Sutton says that you were ready for a lap dance. And Sutton said, "Girl, that is the last thing that would have happened." Dorit says, "But you also just made out with you also say you just made out with your driver."
Girl.
To which Garcelle jumps in and says, "That was a private conversation, and it seems like you're saying it to try to embarrass Sutton." They start going back and forth with Sutton having another name a moment and kept saying over and over, "Why did you bring it up?" Even when Dorit kept trying to talk, Sutton just kept asking it over and over, and she finally made Dorit lose her cool. And I'm sorry, I really feel like this moment threw Dorit off for the rest of the night. Sutton messed her up. Dorit finally gets the chance, and when she answers, she says, I said it in jest because we were going back and forth." Garcelle says, "No, it feels like you were saying it to try to embarrass Sutton." Dorit says, "Give me the benefit of the doubt." And her confessional says, "It's just another example of Garcelle proving that she doesn't like her." And Dorit says to Garcelle, "You attacked me." And Garcelle says, "Calm down." And it's funny how Garcelle attacked her when it was Sutton who wouldn't even let her speak. And Garcelle was talking cool as a cucumber, very calm, didn't raise her voice at all. And Garcelle, says for the record, "I did not attack you, Dorit, and I can't with you and your privilege." Dorit asks what is privilege, and Erika explains what it is, very point cut into the blank, and stands firm on it. Dorit apologizes and tells Garcelle she would love to have a conversation, and Garcelle says, "I am good. She is not here to educate her." Love, I will start off with you here.
Well, I wore my black on black with black nails for a reason. Because I love to see microaggressions get addressed. There's nothing sweeter. There's nothing that tastes better. It was absolutely amazing. Dorit, I feel as though she thought she was someone else in this scene. I think she thought she was like a Giselle or like a Nene or Kenya, where you can kind of say what you want, produce and stir shit up, and then you really come out unscathed. That's
Not
not you,
tonight.
baby. You are not that girl, Dorit. You're not that girl. And this scene proved you're not that girl. You're gonna get called out. This season, Sutton ain't letting no subtle shade get by. No, oh my God, why are you wearing that? Nothing's getting by. Big Sut is like, oh, are you trying to be funny? Well, then why'd you say I had vodka in my coffee? Oh, I didn't say that I don't even drink coffee. Like, nothing's getting past Sut. So Dorit coming in thinking she was it was hilarious. Number one. Number two, Dorit, your days of using different verbiage for Garcelle versus everybody else after this season is over. That ship has sailed. At this point, in a room full of white women with maybe one or two other brown faces, girl, the privilege of it all, I can't. There's no hiding anymore. So I loved it. I loved every moment. Dorit tried her best to get out of things and she couldn't. And it was perfection. That's all I got.
Chase?
Okay, yes. I like that you mentioned that Big Sut, and I'm gonna officially give her back name Big Sut. Is not let anything slide because there are a lot of parallel things in this episode as according to what could happen in life. So you have
Yep.
everyone has that season in life where it's like, you know what? No, I don't like how you
Yep.
said hello to me. You
Done.
know what? No, I don't like how you said goodbye to me.
Mm-mm.
Everyone has those seasons where this 6 months of my life, this 3 weeks of my life, these next 2 minutes of my life, nothing is going to slide. And when you act up is what you will get beat up. So anytime you want to say something to me, it's going to get addressed. Last year, 2022 Chase, I wouldn't have said anything about it. I would have let you slide. But 2023 Chase, you're not going to say good day to me, good day to me, good day to you. What are you trying to say? And I
And you're
applaud
welcome.
Sutton for calling it out as she learns about it. She's not sitting on things and letting it fester. When she sees the girls, oh, okay, you want to be cheeky? Well, how about this girl? Because she did what she did was something in two folds. She addressed her about the coffee comment, and she also
Yep.
let her know you've been clocked, and I know you're a T girl. Don't think you ever going to get around in these streets, and I won't find out about it. So let me put you on notice. Anywhere that you say something about me, when I see you, I'm going to say something back to you. Bravo, bravo. Now, when it comes to Sutton again, Sutton obviously got some pointers from Cynthia Bailey this season when she was hanging out with her this summer, past summer. Cynthia was like, "Let me tell you something. When Nene didn't really want to talk about it, and when Nene didn't really feel like giving it up, she repeated the same thing over loudly, over and over again. And I never was able to get in the word edgewise. Oh yeah, roll your tapes back. Roll your tapes back. Name them. Name them.
Name them.
What did she say this episode? It wasn't as memorable as name them, but
Why did you say it?
Why'd you bring
Why?
why
it
did you
up?
say it?
Why'd you bring it up?
I never. And Sutton carried that out to the
No,
screen.
she
So
said,
you know
why did
what?
you bring it? Was why did you bring it up?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So she
why'd you bring it
definitely,
up? Yeah, exactly.
she definitely
Mm-hmm.
took her pointer. She went to Real Housewives of Atlanta class 101, and she got her read certificate because she's been reading the girls all season. And since we're reading the girls all season, Sutton, I'm gonna go ahead and take the big set off for you and put it on me because the read bitch is your turn. Do me a favor, okay?
You want that picture up?
Bring me this picture up, please. Move that comment out the way for me, my sweet baby. Thank you. Sammy, you're doing all right tonight. All right? I don't know who's running it. Is it Sammy running it for real?
Yep.
You're doing all right tonight,
Yay,
my sweet baby.
Sammy.
Could someone please read to me what the posted on that comment right here? Because I'm finna bust her ass.
Happily living in my bubble.
Okay. You are
Oh,
happily living in
really?
your bubble. Now, before I bust her ass, because we're gonna take this down and we're gonna bring it back up. But before I bust her ass, I'm gonna do something that I rarely do. I'm gonna give her one. The one thing I'm gonna give her is, okay, you know what? Erika did loudly scream that across the party. You didn't chastise Erika, but I said in the group, and you chastised me. Okay, all right. You almost had a point, but let me tell you where your point is null and void. You did it to invalidate Sutton being approved by saying that she makes out with someone that works for her. So if you're making out with someone who works for you and you're making out with guys, then why do you have a problem with somebody square eagle in Dingling Land, right? Here's
Mm-hmm.
why I have a problem, because in the words of Nene Leakes, I don't care if I was stripping in my 20s, 30s, or 40s. I don't want a dildo up my butt today. Okay?
Yes.
So just because that's yo yum, I can yuck it, or whatever it is, I don't care. It's not for me. Yes, I went in with good intentions. Yes, I thought I was going to have a good time. And when I saw everybody getting stripped on but me, I was over it. I threw a hissy fit and I got up and I got out the door and I made out with my driver. Now what else is going on? Now go ahead and bring that back up for me, okay?
And real quick, I want to say, Nadine said that's a valid point that Doree made, and it's not a valid point. Making out with somebody you know versus see a stranger's legs up in the air are two totally different things.
It's two totally different things, and it almost was a valid point. It almost was a valid point, but it is not a valid point when you're using it to invalidate someone for doing something else. You use
after
it to
you just
embarrass
told
her.
her after she just told her she had a sexy moment.
Garcelle was
She just
absolutely correct in
literally
that
just told
instance. You
her.
definitely did it, right? So then you go ahead and you post today in my bubble. And I'm tired of calling her microaggressive. I'm tired of calling her ignorant. She has progressed to a new stage in racism, and that is soft racism. That's racism with a beat face. That's racism with a Louis Vuitton handbag. That's racism staging
With a
robbery.
spray
What she
tan.
is a soft racist, and I'm not taking it back. And if anybody is watching this and don't like it, go in a group chat. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She is a soft racist, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that she's a soft racist is because when last season was about that lady's child, you laughed at that lady's child. You've only had black help. Then when you're talking about this season, it's been a year, but I want you to get over it. And now you're telling me that when we come to this, and you're saying things like she attacked you, she's having a conversation. She's calmly sitting next to you. So how are you attacked in that instance? Thank God for Erika Jane. And I never thought I would live to say the day. See the day that I would say
Right?
something like that. Thank God for Erika Jane. Okay? Thank God for Erika Jane as a white woman using her voice to support Garcelle in that moment. Because had she not done it, it would be more attacks on Garcelle, like the attacks that I've been seeing for the last 2 to 3 weeks on her always using race as the issue. She's not always using race as the issue. She's dealing with a racist. And that's what it is at this point. I don't care who likes it.
Period.
That's my square. And that's how I view her. Because if you weren't, right? If you weren't, and these are just common ignorances, and I don't know anything, and I'm Dorit, and I just don't leave Beverly Hills, then why would you, after you said that you are willing to be educated, go on your your Instagram and post happy in my bubble? Bitch, what?
I'm shocked.
I'm
This is my
sorry,
first time
love.
seeing this.
I'm sorry. She spit in all of our faces tonight. And if anybody wants to back that up, you spit in my face too, and I have nothing to do with you. Go ahead, love, because I'm really incensed. That
No,
is
hold on.
not
So
okay.
it's my turn because I got something to
Sorry,
say
Danny.
too.
I'm sorry, whoever, but I'm not okay with that.
So
He said, whoever, just go.
what I saw
I'm
was
sorry.
Dorit could take being yelled at, ridiculed, and embarrassed by a white woman. A black woman elegantly stated that she felt someone that she was embarrassing her friend, and Dorit gave, how dare this black woman talk to me this way? That's what it gave me. And I don't think I've ever seen Dorit so embarrassed. Because Garcelle got her. When Garcelle said, I am good, I don't want to help you, I don't want to educate you. And Dorit tried to turn around to being the victim and says, looks like you already have. Baby, you could hear an egg cracking there. Mice poop. Mice, what they said, you could hear a mouse piss on cotton in there.
Yeah.
That's how bad it got. So
That's how quiet it was.
Yeah. So now let's get into the nitty of the gritty. So Crystal comes, she's like, well, what happened? And Denise tells her. And Dorit then says, well, Crystal, I am glad you're here because I want to address you telling Sutton about the vodka in the coffee. And so Crystal starts, you know, trying to talk about it. And Crystal says, well, I don't want to get it wrong. And Dorit tells her, well, apparently you already have. Sutton says, well, y'all can jump in and keep talking about me, but you'll be talking about me from behind as I continue being successful and leave y'all in the dust. Um, Denise tells Dorit that, you know, her comment came off judgmental, and Dorit turns it right back around and asks Denise if she worked her stuff out with Erika. Denise tells Dorit to bring it down a notch, and as Dorit sees that her plan to deflect didn't work, she decides to leave to her husband, who she hasn't seen in days. And then when she leaves, Denise says she does want to have the conversation, but Erika doesn't want to have the conversation now. You know, she says that Denise had her chance the other day when she wasn't speaking very clearly, couldn't make her point, and that Erika apologized, but she still continued to call her names after. Denise says that Erika insinuated that her daughter had a threesome, and Erika said, I did not say that. And Denise says, my daughter doesn't know what a threesome is. And Erika says, well, your daughter is on OnlyFans. You're telling me she don't know what a threesome is? And Denise says, that is low. Erika says, you came in and attacked me and came for me. You think I'm not going to be armed and ready with that information? And then Erika very dramatically ends the episode with saying, OnlyFans is great. I just want to know who's more profitable, you or Sammy, your daughter. So with that being said, production, if you could put the link for the callers in. And Chase, are you there or did you leave? You take a moment to cool down. I think, love, what did you think about this scene?
Dorit. Oh my God. I thoroughly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, y'all, enjoyed this episode through and through. Solely because, like Danny said, I ain't never seen Dorit so embarrassed in the 6-7 seasons she's been on this show. Mama's was so embarrassed she had to escort herself out. Like, well, I think I got a phone call. I gotta go. It's been great, guys. I'll see you later. Like, she was just, take my mic off. I'm done. Scene done. She couldn't get up out of that as hard as she tried. She even tried to pass the hot potato to Erika. Erika was like, nice try, shit stirrer. Okay? But that was cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was beautiful to me. Every single moment of Dorit looking absolutely insane was perfect. And the fact that she felt even more left out throughout the episode, even when it came down to the party, like, oh, you guys went out to drinks without an invite? I didn't get an invite. Well, damn, Dorit, nobody wants you around. Nobody wants you around, baby. You can't go on vacation with Kyle no more. You don't get invited to the tattoo shop, bitch. You don't even get invited to Kid Chains for happy hour. We don't want you around. You can get Dorit off the show. That's where I'm at with it. It was absolutely ridiculous. Erika, honestly, the way she actually made me proud in the last part of this scene, sticking up for Garcelle, and, you know, because a white voice and a lot of black volume speaks louder. So Erika giving that white voice in black conflict spoke volumes to everybody in the room. That was very much needed, and I agree with Chase 1,000% on that. She didn't have to do it. Nobody else in that room would have done it. So it was Erika out of everybody. And it gave credence, and I feel like it actually gave the other woman just a little bit more confidence to kind of continue to support what was going on. So between that moment of Erika and Erika turning into Fulton County Jane, like if she was from Atlanta and read the hell out of Denise at the very end, I was like, oh my God, not Sammy and your whore daughter. That's all she was missing at the very end was your whore daughter.
Yeah,
I was getting the Portia Kim vibes from that. I said, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wasn't so much here for it. I'm here for Erika defending her, but I wasn't, you know, here for that too much, because when somebody brought up Erika's child and he was a grown adult, whatever, she lost her cool. So I mean, Erika should know not to bring up the children. But Chase,
Go at it though. Bravo. What you got, Chase?
Production, put that picture back up.
okay.
What we got?
For those of you who don't know that what I have on my head, this is my Married to Medicine reading wig, okay? So on Tuesday that I'm Married to Medicine, if you see this wig on my head, you know a bitch is finna get red.
Okay. So for me, I will say again that I was cool with Erika defending herself, but I wasn't so okay with the child thing, because the thing is, Erika kind of did to Denise and her daughter what they just said that Dorit did to Sutton by saying there's nothing wrong with it, but it was definitely meant in a condescending manner in that moment. You know what I mean? So it definitely came across that way. But while Chase gets his wig together, we have some callers. So I'm gonna go ahead and Chase, you get free to bring on the first caller,
Don't bring them up, but if you team to read, do not come up here.
Yeah, don't.
unless they reading her.
I'm with
And our very
Don't do
first
it.
caller today is going to be Kyra.
We don't
Hey, my
support
sweet baby.
Oh, I never.
Yay,
Hi, everyone. Love, you're back. Oh, I'm happy you feel better. Okay. This was an episode. Beverly Hills has been doing its work. The Lord's work it has been doing. I guess the lighter things. It was fun seeing Erika, Sutton, Garcelle have a good time. That's what we need. We need the fights and the tussles, and we also need people to be able to get drunk and tipsy and laugh and giggle. So that's great to see. Main topic. Dorit was fighting for her life this entire episode. And I think Dorit set herself up because she is recognizing that she doesn't have a place in the show, if you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Kyle is not effing with her, who does she have? Because her and Erika don't hang out like
nobody.
that. Right? Erika, when you really think about, like, I guess you would say the Fox Force 5, you rarely see Kyle and Dorit in the recent years hanging out with just the two of them and then not being someone else. But most importantly, you never see Dorit hanging out with someone when Kyle is not there.
Girl, the last picture was from 2020.
Yeah. So I think that's the first thing that caught Dorit off in the tizzy, where she started to mess up. And then she came to the dinner. Baby, why did she hear that Erika was hanging out with Garcelle and Sutton? Oh, you guys have drinks without me? Yes, honey. Yes. Because you don't have a place here. And it is true that she did that whole, someone freaked out at Magic Mike. Yeah, a girl freaked out. Her and Kyle did that because the only way Dorit can connect with Kyle now is still making fun of Sutton.
Yes.
But you can't.
Good observation.
Right? Kyle won't talk to her about her family. And Kyle's also known, being the little heifer that she is, wants everyone to go after her sisters. But when she wants to use her sisters, now she's all up in her sisters' faces. So the only thing that Dorit and Kyle have left is making fun of Sutton, because Sutton's supposed to be the awkward weird girl who made it in life, and she wasn't supposed to. I always ramble on about this. I'm just like, Dorit's supposed to be fashion girl, but Dorit is not at Haute Couture Paris Fashion Week. Dorit is not getting the latest fashion. Dorit is getting the monograms, and everyone knows the monograms are not where the money is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's not where money is. So it's just like she just has this Kyle Sutton makeup thing going on. And then, Erika was like teasing, like, oh yeah, Garcelle told me she meant, like, it was all in fun and jest. And as you said, she had a point, but she got caught up because it was Nia. Goldberg's wife. Yeah. Who's the one who said, when someone said, oh, who told you that? And she pointed to Dorit. And that's when Dorit really got in a little tizzy. Because you already got caught up with the vodka coffee story.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got caught up saying, essentially continuing on the alcoholism thing. And now you're getting caught up bringing up Vegas again? That's why she added the whole, well, I just found out you made out with your driver. And you were trying to do that to embarrass her, because basically you're saying, don't get mad at me for bringing this up and telling me when you weren't here, because you're not really approved. You made out with your driver. She was trying to do that to make it be okay, though she brought up an issue that has already been handled in the group to strangers. That's what she said, to okay her behavior. And it is wild to see that when Garcelle said, I feel like you're saying that to embarrass her. Well, I mean, Erika just said it. Erika, we're laughing and joking. You did not say that to laugh and joke. You said that to make your point, as Chase said. You said that to have a moment. Not in just, not in Kiki, not in good girl fun. You said that to make a moment of fun to shut up and let us discuss this Vegas situation since now you're making out with drivers. And you got caught up because like we all said, Sutton's in here screaming at you, why did you bring it up? Why did you bring it up over and over and over again? And as soon as Garcelle says, I feel like you said it to embarrass her, all now of a sudden she's attacking you.
Yeah.
And I know, I've seen a few, Black Drake fans, but I'm just saying, I'm sorry. We have seen Lisa Rinna say where people doing the powder in your bathroom, you didn't call Lisa Rinna a bully. You didn't call her incessant. You didn't say, I think they're trying to have a moment. You didn't say, why are you attacking me? Erika has snarled at you several times. Kyle has growled at you several times. Remember 2 seasons ago when Kyle was screaming at her to shut up on the airplane?
Kyra, I have another call. Give me your final 30 seconds, your final thoughts.
Final 30 seconds. Dorit should be embarrassed for self review. She should be embarrassed for a decade because this is on international television and on forever. Okay.
A decade?
A decade. She should be very embarrassed. The way Mama creeped up out of there, the hair was laid, but the way Mama creeped up out of there, she knew she set herself up for failure, and it was very much so delicious because she needs it. Because it has been sticking out very much so of how she interacts with Garcelle.
Yep. Well, thank you very much, Kyra.
I know we have other
always.
callers to listen to.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, before we bring some, I just want to address something really quickly. I accidentally banned Sean and production. If you can fix that, I did not mean to do that. So I'm owning it. I'm taking accountability and ownership, unlike the squad. Please fix that, and please bring Sean back on in here. Also, production. It is most important that now that you're producing, that you support your talent and don't be in the comments trashing them. Okay, go ahead and bring up the next person. Thank you.
Oh.
Denisio.
Production.
Hey guys.
Denisio.
Hey love. This was
Hi,
I will
friend.
say hey boo, this was a very good episode. This is a very good episode. Beverly Hills is doing they thing. I'll start with Kyle. This is just another episode of Kyle being a hypocrite and being full of shit because I'm glad y'all clocked that T. Dorit tried to say something at the reunion, but you did shut her down. So it's just like, girl, like, what more do you want from her? And I'm not a Dorit fan at all. She's getting up there with Teddy of annoyance all the way. But it's just like, girl, she tried to help you and you shut her down. So be quiet, man. Erika and Denise, y'all know I'm the ultimate Denise stan. So this is just another way of Erika showing us how much of a piece of trash person that she is. Because like you said, when Eileen made a reference to her child, she had a whole meltdown in Hong Kong as if Eileen just said something horrible about her 40-year-old son.
No.
Erika, girl, bye. Like, girl, bye. Y'all know what y'all did to Denise. So I really wish Denise would just really say what it is and stop putting it on the kids thing and say it was because of Brandygate. And I wish she would give Kyle some of that too because she was the ringleader in all of that. Erika just joined in on the tail end. I really wish Denise would just do that because she fell flat. And Denise has it in her to gather the girl. She has it. And she just, I don't know what Denise got going on, child. But anyways, I have never been more proud of Garcelle throughout these seasons that she's been on here than I have been tonight. I was like, finally, you are calling Dorit out on the racist prick that she is because that's what she is. And I was so glad that she brought it up. Her and Sutton was giving it to her, and Dorit couldn't hightail it on about across the house faster. Because she know that she was wrong. Like, girl, you know what you're doing. You always making these microaggressive, slick, racist comments, and finally you getting called out on it. And I was proud of Erika for kind of sticking up for them too and pointing out, like, Dorit, girl, you can't say that to a black woman. You're white. And you're saying she's attacking you and all that, girl. And I'm glad Garcelle shit it down to girl. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. There ain't no conversations that need to be had. We just said what we needed to say. You are trash. You are horrible. And that's it. And I am proud of Garcelle. She should have did this at Lisa Rinna's wine tasting event. Or the lip kit or whatever they was at Crystal's house. That's what she should have said it. But I'm finally glad she's finally bringing it up because somebody should have been said that to Dorit a long time ago because how dense. Like,
all right, Denisio, final thoughts, 30 seconds.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I did the same thing to Kyra. I ain't doing it because it's him.
I can't stand. I cannot stand y'all.
I know you're gonna text me and cuss me out. Sean S is
Mm-hmm.
back. Sean, you weren't here, but Chase apologized for accidentally
Well,
doing that.
yeah,
It wasn't
Sean,
intentional.
I accidentally, what she say?
She said,
Sean, it was an accident.
wow.
I swear.
She said,
But keep my name
wow.
out your mouth also. But it was an accident. Go
Okay,
ahead,
back to
Demetria.
Demisio. Your 30 seconds.
I kind of wish last 30 seconds. I wish Crystal kind of would have laid into Dorit too, because Dorit tried to insinuate that Crystal got it wrong. No, Crystal didn't get it wrong. You said that. You
Yeah,
said that, girl.
that got shut down quick.
Like, you said that, so stop it. But that's why I say she hot-headed on up out of there real quick before anybody else could get on her ass anymore. Because they really was getting on her, and she ain't like that. This is Dorit's final season. I can tell, and I'm glad because I'm tired of her. Like I said, she getting up there with Teddy.
We all tired, Demisio. We all
Real
tired.
tired
We
of that
tired.
Latino woman.
Well, Demisio, we thank you as always. I
Thank
know
you,
you'll be here
Demetria.
again next time, and we enjoy having you.
We do.
Be waiting on my text, Danny.
I'm sure it's coming. And I'm gonna say just as long as you don't have Taylor Swift in there, I'll reply. Bye.
He's a Swiftie.
Uh, so I'm Chase.
Yes.
Love, I'm gonna give you each 30 seconds for your final thoughts so that we can close on out.
Okay. So I did not get to speak on Dorit. I mean, not Dorit, but excuse me. I did not get to speak on Denise and Erika. So I want to use the time allotted to me for that. I do think that the kitty comment, while it is probably going to go down in Real Housewives Beverly Hills Read Hall of Fame, it was unwarranted and unnecessary if the initial point of contention was about the children for you to continue to bring up the children. So at this point, you're not beating her drunken allegations. However, I do appreciate the read for what it was. It was a good read. It just was tacky. It was lowbrow, and it was hypocritical coming from Erika. Um, Golly. I did have one more point, but go ahead,
Yeah.
love.
Okay. Love, you got anything to say for the last 30 seconds? Or you want to turn your 30 seconds over to Chase and let him finish?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Overall, amazing episode as far as everything that came out of it. I am conflicted a little bit about the Erika thing. And I'll make it really quick. The daughter, Sammy, that's on OnlyFans. If she's one of the daughters that Denise was referring to that was at the dinner thing, which she was 14, 15 then, so now I'm assuming she's like 18, 19, or whatever the case is. That's the only reason why I'm kind of siding with Erika. Because if you're going to hold something I said with your children around years ago, I've seen you since then. You wait until we film again and you're making cameos on the show to bring it up. You want a moment. That's all this is with Denise. You want a moment. You want to have something with me on camera. If I'm thinking like Erika, then yeah, girl, I mean, you're trying to come at me about something I said around your kids years ago that you're just now bringing up. And if it's a surrounding sex in that capacity, one of the kids that you're upset that I said it around is on OnlyFans busting it open, yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. So I'm very conflicted about the Erika thing. A part of me is like, I mean, you give ammo, you gotta expect it. At the same time, it is interesting that is, like you're saying, Danny, I don't know how many kids she has, but if it is one of the daughters that was present for the situation for her to feel uncomfortable about, it doesn't look good for your daughter to be on OnlyFans with you right now. It does look wild. If there's someone coming in
and I hear
about
you.
something sexual
I don't
wise
agree.
with their kids, and then 3-4 years later, now that they're 18,
I
you
don't
and her are
care.
both doing OnlyFans, I don't see any
Don't speak
reason
on my
why I wouldn't bring
kids.
it up.
My
My
child
thing,
could
hold
be
on.
100 years old.
Let me
Don't
get
you
my
ever
30
put your
seconds
mouth on
in.
my child. Go
My
ahead,
thing is
Denise.
the
No.
child didn't speak negatively
I
about
agree.
Denise. You know, the child isn't the one who talked about it. If you're going to shame somebody for OnlyFans, you
You
had
shame
enough with
me.
Denise and her $7 and $12. You had enough ammunition right there, Lord. You know, somebody, a celebrity of that caliber for $12 and $7. But with that being said, Chase, love, I really thank y'all. This has
Hold on,
been
Danny.
a.
Hold
Oh,
on,
go ahead.
Danny. Hold on, Danny. Boy, we're gonna go, but I did want to say that in regards to Denise addressing Erika, it is She's taking it out on Erika because they put her through hell. Season 10, and the ringleader who was responsible for
It's
doing
gone.
it is
It's
gone.
gone.
So
That's
Dorit
true.
supported her in all of those situations. Dorit supported her. She can't really come for Kyle because Kyle is the conduit, and if you come for Kyle too hard, you will be banished. And everybody knows that at this point. You cannot come for Kyle. She went for Erika. Erika chomped her head off, and Erika is hypocritical considering that she does not like her children to be spoken about.
And Kyle the one invited her to a house in the first scene that she was in. So, but Chase,
Oh, that's true.
love, I thank y'all so much. Callers, thank you, Kyra and Denisio. And viewers, thank you. Sean S., thank you for not throwing a tomato at Chase.
Well, please, I would.
Oh.
Sammy, you did a great job for your
He did
first time
okay. He
for
did
your
okay.
first time producing.
He didn't do great.
He did great. Because it's
Good
my
job,
square.
Sammy.
It's Wednesday, not Tuesday, Chase. Um,
Chase, still a
So,
smile. Thumbs
keep an
up.
eye out for some shows are coming back for the holidays. We know that Potomac and Married to Medicine will come back. What day is it, Chase? January?
It's 2 weeks, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna enjoy
we
every
offer
bit
two
of those
Sundays.
2 weeks. Yes.
We offer two Mondays. But apparently Miami is still going to be aired next week, so I'm sure Beverly Hills will be too. So just
Oh my
subscribe so that you can know, when, if we're going to be on or not, so you can get the alerts. Production, do you know how to take us up and out of here?
Merry Christmas, you guys. Enjoy
Merry Christmas.
whatever holiday you participate. Happy holidays.
It's time to lean out.